Hello folks, welcome back to Calmsden Farm. Pretty much we're continuing from where we left off last time. We got the fertilizer due on field 13, that is nearly done. And also we've got the sugar beet to finish off. That should be done soon. Also, we're approaching 6 o'clock, so what I'm going to do quickly is go down here and set the solid fertilizer to sell. Oh, it crashed. So we got Oracle on tree. Come on. There we go. Try that now. There we go. So yeah, we got 8,000 liters of seed in the back, and we're going to attempt. I do emphasize on the word attempt to restock this. We've gone the wrong way, haven't we? Yeah, we've gone the wrong way. We could have just turned there because that's where we're seeding at the moment. We're doing this field in a bit. I want to say in a bit, I mean tomorrow. We'll cut through here. So yeah, hopefully this should work. But yeah, also I'm just thinking about, with all those hay bales there, obviously we need to get this into storage. Same thing said about the straw and that. We did have one day, well, a couple of hours of rain yesterday. Was it March 1st or was it end of February where we had rain? We didn't have any more snow, I knew that for sure. And oh yeah, look at that. Price might have gone up a little bit. Didn't pay exact attention. I think it's like what, another 10 grand or so hopped in. No, not 10 grand, 50 grand or so. So if we go down here, we go to. Actually, we'll come up here. Sold product. So yeah, it was at 333. So yeah, I'll say about 100 grand or so. Well, look at that contract income, 220 grand from the contract. So, is there any more that's popped up? Nothing in use markets popped up. No more contracts. So, I'm sure tomorrow, once the crop window, crop plant window opens up more for other people, like corn and that, then we'll get some contracts popping up. So, we're going to extend this. I'm just going to go over here and fill this up, so this should work. Also, I do apologise for the length of the last episode. I just finished recording it, and currently, as of recording this, I'm in the editing process. I've done sharefactory, now I've uploaded to the PC and running it into 60 FPS. So hopefully it should be better in terms of quality. So yeah, we'll see this going in, but yeah, I think the episode's like an hour and 5-10 minutes long. It was going to be an hour 20, no sorry, an hour and 30, but I managed to squeeze it down in the editing process. But yeah, over an hour is way too long. So yeah, that is all the seeding done. I'm sorry if you're that, I got a notification coming up on the Windows. Because I had to do a fresh Windows install just as I was recording the last episode. Was it episode 10? Yeah, episode 10 I think it was. So basically what it was, having lots of crashes, and obviously for those some of you who may know, if you follow me on Mr. Loopy's Discord, or if you're part of the engagement on the community tab, I'm getting a new PC graphics card. Got myself a RTX 360, and the plan for that is do some FS content on PC. I might stream on PC, but as well as just general for a bit of gaming I do, sort of when I'm not recording stuff now on the PC, because my current graphics card, which was the backup I had after my old 2060 was bricked. Yeah, it can just about play FS22, but not in any kind of quality whatsoever. Something like a GTX 900 series or 10 series, so a lower 10N series. So yeah, it wouldn't cut the mustard in terms of what FS22 requires. or it may just do, but obviously have to run on their settings and all that. So yeah, fertilising, we got most stuff filled 13 done. It's got this little strip over here to do. We could go ahead and fertilise this now, but we're not going to. We'll plant the corn tomorrow, and then we'll go and seed it, not seed it, go and fertilise it after. Also, we need to get the weeder onto field 13 and 6 tomorrow. Let's get all the rolling done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the fertilising done. I'm going to get this finished off with the worker, and I'll see you folks in the morning. Alrighty then, it is 5:30 in the morning. Got a nice beautiful sunrise here, just the lighting by OxygenDavid. Absolutely stunning. That you can see the moon over there, it's starting to set when the sun is starting to rise. So yeah, we've been a little bit busy. Obviously we've got all the fertilising and planting done. Also we've been a bit busy with the soil fertiliser production. What I did was I spent £5 of extracting some digestate from another farm area in a different county region. Obviously initially they was offering us for something like 500 per 1,000 litres, but I said no. Actually no, was it 500 per 1,000 litres? No, it was 500 for about 20,000 litres of digestate. I said no, that's way too cheap, so I said here's 10 times that, here's £5, and they were more than happy to accept it. So we took that, poured it in, and I think we got some more. Well, we've got more contracts which we've accepted. I see, yeah, see, down to 16,000 litres of digestate. Also, what I've done is I've just started the manure production, and I put the manure back in as well, because obviously we were running low on the digestate I've been able to distribute. So now we've got 3 forms of digestate being produced, mainly from the silage, but also a little bits from the soy and manure will help. Not going to redo sugar beet cut, because I don't really see the point of it. Greenhouse is looking good. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let this continue to grow. We've got 21,000 litres of soil fertiliser at the moment. And I'm just going to keep on letting that expand. So we're an extra 3,000 litres of manure compared to digestate. We'll keep it on that, see how it progresses throughout the day. So what we're going to do now is get us back to the farm and get the corn in, because it is April and we can do corn now. Go to the crop window. So yeah, we can do corn, we can do soybeans, we can do sorghum. So yeah, quite a few things. Also, I'm not sure if it's me, but notice that with grapes and olives, the planting window is a lot bigger. For yeah, March till June for olives and March to May for grapes. Think on Elm Creek and not Baroon, it was only like 2 days window. All the others seem, yeah, winter barley and that. But yeah, that's interesting. That's the thing, I'm just looking at, say, I'm still debating on whether or not we should do corn. We can do oats today and harvest it in August. We can do corn or soybeans today, harvest that in October, and still plant wheat and barley. We can go sorghum and be able to harvest that in August actually. I think so many different options we could go with, and not many big fields. Obviously we got field 5, which is barley, and that's going to be harvesting when? Either June or July, so we could just use field 5 and do wheat. Yeah, so wheat or barley again. I think we'll do wheat, not barley, because I want to get the flour production underway. And today we're going to be doing the production chains, and perhaps the title of the thumbnail is going to be, well, the title I'm sure is going to be a bit vague, of pine all of the production chains, even though that's not strictly true. It's most of the production chains we're going to spend. So we've got 800 grand, and I want to set the farm up There's going to be no cheating money in, none of that. Most of this 800 grand will go to production chain, so I think if you have money left over for the new windrower that we're going to get, the Swaz row, perhaps looking at getting a sort of a medium tractor, something around the 180, 200 horsepower range. Have that around the farm, because at times we could do with an extra tractor now. But yeah, just so many things to do here, so also we need to get this seeder back. It's out of the way, so is the fertilizer, so oh dear, oh Christ, I think they've run off fine. But yeah, the pigs, new month, let's see how much they've grown. It's at 237 per pig. Now it is 283, so they're still growing. And food seems to last, so I'm going to hold off selling the pigs yet. I won't sell the pigs yet until they've used all the food. And they will be reproducing from, how old are they, 5 months? No, they're 4 months old, so yeah, around May, June time they'll start reproducing, so okay, actually where do I keep, oh yeah, over here. Also don't forget, we got 177,000 euros of soybeans still to sell. At the moment it's worth about 2.5 grand per fowl. But obviously if we save and sell it in June, July, we could get an extra £500 per fowl. So I'm thinking we can put, let's put barley in here, we'll get ready so we can do some flour with you. Because I want to get cakes done, I want to get the dairy production done. And actually also, that's another thing, I have looked at some of the options we can buy, and under animals, might as well do this, we've got the MAN TGX 6x4 tanker truck. 24,000 litres, and it holds everything. Not manure, sorry, digestate. Liquid fertilizer, herbicide, diesel, DEF, water, and milk. So, all these little extra tankers that we've got here, if we have a look. So, we've got the soy tanker there, we've got these 2 big tankers there, we can just sell these. Yes, I know that holds 32,000 litres. And once we get to the point where we'll require multiple trips, but I think just all in all that would be a good idea, so we'll plonk you here. You will not go to you. We'll go into the class, we'll get you hooked up to, no, we'll go to John Deere, since it's right by the farm. Get you hooked up to the herbicide spreader, because we've got some herbicide contracts to do. So we got fields 9, 16 and 17 to do. I'm sure at some point field 18 will pop up as well. 4 fields that we did yesterday. So we've got a couple of IBC tanks of herbicide there. And I was going to have a look, and hopefully that'll be enough for us. So this is liquid fertilizer, so perhaps, so that's liquid fertilizer. Is this herbicide? Yes it is. Just double checking. Also we'll move these IBC tanks. And let's just see what is the cheapest option. That was going to be big bags. Nope. All going to be under pallets. So herbicide, 1200 per fowl. So if we have a look elsewhere, so 1200 per fowl. See, that is 1500 per 1,000 litres, so that's a lot cheaper. And we have a look here, see if there's anything else we've got here. And the answer is no, I think. So yeah, we've got water and diesel IBC tanks over there, so I'm thinking we should get a couple of these, I think. These big barrels. So we got silage additive. And we want herbicide. So I'm thinking we'll need a couple. Let's just see how much this does in one field. So I don't want to overspend because we're not going to need it for our fields. We do need to get the weeder done some point in April the 1st or April the 2nd. I'm not too worried about it. Field 9, so we'll get the workers started there. Field 9. And so you go to there and go that way. So that's pretty much the worker underway. And oh yeah, we need to get the planter. I was thinking it was just skip ahead, but no, we can't need the planter. Which I have no idea where I've left that to. See our beautiful sunflower growing. I left it by the other little shed over there. Ooh. Bit tight here around the yard. Also, I'm not going to go ahead and repair the the case yet. Don't need to dare look at the cost now because I know the cost of repair is going to be extraordinary amount. So we'll go up here, we'll go take a right, and I think that's where we've left the planter to. And there we go. So we've got our sugar beets grown as well, so that's looking good. Just having a little quick gander, see if we've missed any patches in that. I don't think we did, but I was able to find out when it comes to harvesting. Also, we need to buy the horn topper. But yeah, I think we actually did quite good with all the planting, I think, overall. Also, we need to get the rolling done today as well, I think. Was that just going to damage this? I don't know. I'm not too sure now. We'll find out. So we want corn. So no longer dropping there. We'll hop into the case. Open those little tanks. And we want to get this filled up. Point. Put our beacons on. Oh, there we go. Bit forward again. It's going in. Just very slowly. Come on, where is it to? Well, we've logged into John Deere, see if that helps. No, absolutely bucket. So we're over the, yeah, pretty much over. Go forward another inch. No idea. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but. There we go. Found the right point. It's actually the trigger point actually isn't over the opening. I was on to the side for some weird reason, but I'm not complaining. Whether it's something to do with collisions or what, I absolutely have no idea. So yeah, now I'm going to take us over to field 6, and yeah, we're going to get the planting done for the corn. This shouldn't take too long, I don't think. Of course, also we need to get the rolling done, we need to get the fertilising done. Got all sorts that needs doing. That ain't going to work, so I'm not going to try and take a turn there. To get a wide berth. There go. And also see how much we get now that we're selling the manure as well at the biogas. But we're making like something like 1,000 a bit per hour, so all goes to the farm now. Now straight. Take a tight turn here. Not clip any of these delicate old buildings. Ooh. Or smash into my equipment as well at the same time. There we go. Happy days. Sorry about that funky camera turn there. And now she must get us in. Ooh. Why do you suddenly unfold? I didn't tell you to unfold. Yeah, that was very peculiar. I swear I didn't press any buttons to unload it. There we go. I know it's caching on that log and we will deal with the whole log situation. Now we can unfold it. So yeah, plan for April is get all the planting done, get the rolling done, not in the same episode. Rolling will be next time around, but I think, yeah, just get this done and then we'll get the factories in. So there we go, got corn in now. But yeah, get some maize silage. Also you need like some kind of forage harvester. I'm rather going with the whole expensive leasing route of getting the big proper machinery. I'm just thinking if we do a nice little quaint setup of, or is it 2? Using the Lucatech LH2. Get something like a camper 345 plus. Costing to lease that 3 grand. Cost to lease that 4 grand, so that's 7.5 grand there. So yeah, pretty expensive, but. Or, wait a minute, that's a 2.4 meter working with. What are these ones? No. 4.5. We really could save money and just go down the trail route. Don't get me wrong, this is going to take forever, but I think just money-wise, I think maybe a better option. Imagine doing all this field with that little. Oh, I'll have a little think about it. I think we'll just go down get the bit that goes onto the front, get the forage wagon on the back, and do it that way. If it was a smaller field, like field 6, then yeah. Sure, but I don't think we'll do this on field 3. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to get this done. This shouldn't take too long, I don't think. And I'll see you folks in a short moment. Alrighty then, we are done with all the spraying contracts, and what we're just going to do quickly is go and get them completed. So, boom and boom. So that's a bit of extra money for us. Also, you can see we've been spending money. We spent $250,000 on brand new equipment. I'll explain why in a moment. We are going to sell some equipment, so obviously for now I've kept the MK32 tanker trailer that we've got. I haven't bought the man truck liquid transport thing yet, because there is a couple things I want to buy. I want to buy that, and I want to buy also the 45,000 litre forage mixer wagon that costs I think 141 grand or so. But before we do any of that, I am just going to quickly top up the seeder here. Also, you don't need to do it because everything's being planted, I think. Just double checking, so it's corns like that being planted. Sugar bean and sunflower. So yeah, we don't need to do any more. However, I'm sure we're going to get some other contracts popping up soon for sowing and that, and if so, we'll go ahead and do them. Now, can I try to get this in without having too many issues? My driving ain't that great this morning. Oh, that's how I knew it was just off the edge, so I think sometimes with this it gets it perfectly first time, other times it requires a lot of fetting around. Does the other tractor have to be on? Shouldn't have to be unfolded. Try to zoom in a bit. Worst case scenario, we'll always come back to this later on at a different stage. But yeah, it'd be good if the C-tender. I'm not sure if it's the C-tender or if it's this particular planter that we're having issues with. I did fill up our normal seeder that we've got and had no issues whatsoever, so I'm thinking this could be the planter that's having issues. So he's not even doing this little dang it camera collision. That's nothing that's been really bugging me as of late, it's just the lack of camera collisions. And from what I've been sort of hearing lately on Mr. CDP's Discord and elsewhere, is the chances of having a third-party third-party modder, not Giants, doing this is quite unlikely due to, unlike with FS19, where it comes to the screen here, what it renders is a different occultation system, so it only renders in what I'm viewing at a time. So instead of it rendering the entire map, it just renders on screen. So I think something to do because of that, having a single camera collision mod is going to be difficult. I know there was one for PC, but apparently it didn't work quite well. Or worked okay, but not without sacrificing frame rate. I think some people are getting like 24 FPS and that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with the C-tender, so we'll go and ignore that. We'll just leave you detached for now. And we'll take the case here to the shop. Actually, should we put some tires on this? I think we could. What's the repair cost? 5 grand. Let's go and repair it now whilst we're here. Let's get rid of these tracks. Oh, we can have twins. But I did buy some rear twin, not rear twins, white tires and weight, so we'll go put some tires on. Don't get me wrong, I do love the tracks. There we go. So yeah, what we're going to do now is quick head to the shop, and I'll show you folks what we've been spending our hard-earned money on. And here we are, just approaching the shop, and you may get glimpses of what we've been spending. So we will now as we approach the shop. And here we are. I'm just going to pull over here for the moment, turn the engine off. So yeah, first of all, I've bit the bullet and we've got the 24mm Dabo roller. Also, we got the Swadro back. I bought a second trailer. We do have that 1x1 that we used last time for transport. But since we're going to be doing factories now, and definitely factories are going to be put into in this episode. Got the Logistics 20-foot acoustic trailer by A2 Studio. And also, I've also got the Horn Topper. Was hoping we could get it second hand like we did with the Harvester, but we didn't have no luck. So now, in exchange for that, we're going to sell our MT3, our slurry tank, our old roller, and our auto-load trailer, since we're looking at doing loose crops now. So, what we're going to do, not everything's popping up, but we're going to repair, repaint, and sell, repair, paint, and sell. And for some reason that hasn't gone into the spawn point, so we'll just go and push you in. So all in all, that is 100 grand we earned from selling those. Go and just give it a little friendly nudge. And there we go, another 27 grand on top. So now we're at just shy of $750,000. It's a lot of money to have, but a lot of this is going to be spent on factories, because I do want to aim to have sort of most, if not all, the production chains in. Certainly get furniture done, because we've got the supermarket sell point to do furniture. Also, we could look at doing some fabric, get some clothes in, because that's worth a lot of money. I think at the moment something like 30 grand for 1,000 litres, so what was out, of course, wool or cotton. We planted cotton in the other fields for the contracts 16 and 17. So when those contracts pop up, we'll do those, get some cotton bales. Whatever we don't sell, we'll keep for ourselves. Whether or not we will actually do cotton ourselves remains to be seen. But now, actually, could we cut across here, I think? Nope, that's someone else's field. We won't cut across that. But yeah, what I'm going to do is take this over to field 13. I just want to see if what it does to the growth state. If it doesn't change the growth state of the crop, doesn't destroy the crops, then it will be golden. I have turned crop destruction off just to test this, because ideally this should have been done yesterday for the and also for the corn. We just planted it today in April, so we can do the rolling today or tomorrow without having too many issues. But it was because we went from March the 2nd to April the 1st, we've already got the first growth state for our two other crops. So actually, we could have a look here. Got some deer in our fields, and this is going to be a big one because it's 24 meters. Hopefully I've got enough width. Actually, just look at, I think that's like 12 meters there. Then it goes and unfolds 6 meters around to get the other 12 meters. And now we are rolling. But that's the thing, it's actually going to do anything, that's the thing. So we have a look here, needs rolling, 90%. And if we look here, yeah, so pretty much unnecessary to buy the roller at this stage, because we should have rolled yesterday, which was my sort of thinking was going to be the case. I was just hoping perhaps be a bit cheeky. So currently roll our cornfields, which is over here. Bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. So you know what, let's cut across here actually. No one will need. So I'm thinking we'll get the rolling done here, then we'll get the fertilizer done, and then we'll go and get those factories in, I think. Try and see if we can get this in, because it could be that one of these tanks are empty and I'm been using the empty tank. So if we swap it to the second tank. Will that go in? Nope, is the answer. Perhaps we could look at getting a different planter at some point, even though this is a brand new one. Something pops up on the second-hand market, and sure, we'll consider going for it. But yeah, so let's quickly get this all moved out of the way, and I'll bring folks back in second here. So there we go, back into the case Magnum, and we'll just reverse back. And now we'll get all the rolling done, and this shouldn't take that long, 24 meters on this field. Don't see it taking an age, but just got to be careful we don't miss any edges. I think I went to sort of go a bit over the edges and that on the outside so that we actually get everything. So if we look now, 75%. This should be like 78%. Yes, it is. So that is the rolling working, that's how it should be done. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is continue on getting this all done, and I'll bring folks back once we get the factories in after we've done this. field 3, was it? Yeah, field 3. Also, money has gone up a little bit. Let's just looking where we're going. We'll head down here towards the Allen dealership. And that's because we went around and collected some collectibles that I've noted down that we came across with, either on camera or off camera. Such as that sawmill, field 9, around a couple of these houses and that. And I think so far we have found, 81 collectibles we found. So we get to find a matching set of 10 to get. See if there's actually a bonus we get. Not sure if there is, if it's like a 10 grand bonus or a 100 grand bonus. But if we do, then we will go and collect them. Yeah, we'll go up here. So actually, is there any more by this house here? Because I collected a couple around here, but So there's one here that was seeing. Don't think there's any more collectibles around the house here. I know there's some. Apparently there was. There's two at the biogas plant which I did not collect. There's quite a few at the biogas plant. So yeah, I think all in all, something like 40 collectibles we managed to find today. And all the money that we get from the collectibles is simply it's going towards production. So I want to get all of the production chains in. That's why I start paying off the loan, the 2 million loan we've got. Pay some of it, or well, most of it by I think if we can say $500,000, if we can get loan down to $1 million, 1.5 mil by the end of the year, then that'd be a very good place for us. But at the moment, for all the money that we've earned, just not leave you at 5. Let's see you at ×3 for now. Also, what I've done is I've set the soil fertilizer production to sell, so when the next arrow clicks over, we will go and sell. Then from that, we'll go and store some of it for now, wherever we get left over. Also at the BGA, I'm considering selling the 250 kilowatt biogas plant against something a bit bigger, like a 500 kilowatt biogas plant, or if by the time I get around to that there is a modded one, there's a modular biogas plant in testing at the moment, so. But anywho, we've come down here, we've got a telehandler down here with the trader. I wish I actually put some produce on here because this is where we set up some of our production, not all of it. So yeah, we got permission to set up some factories over here. So yeah, I'm thinking like just around here now, particularly in this little corner here, we can set some stuff down. Land ain't perfectly smooth, I see there is a bit of a divot. So I'm thinking here this could be like our dairy, bakery and that, so, and cereal even. So do we want the chocolate muesli factory over here. Swing the camera around so as close as we can. Somewhere like that. And then also we'll need our dairy plant. Just looking at all the trigger points, so that's where it goes in, that's where it comes out. Obviously after we've done this we'll do some landscaping and that. How has that worked? Slightly raised, see the sell point slightly raised, or not sell point, the spawn point. But yeah, overall I'm happy with that. So you've got the chocolate muesli factory, we've got dairy, and next we need the bakery. Something like that we can place like over here I think. There we go, somewhere like that. That's looking good. And the next, the carpentry that we set up at the towards the sawmill. So we've got chocolate muesli, got the bakery. So here we need nope. Oh, sugar and the grain mill. Let's get the grain mill in. So yeah, the biogas plant I was looking at 1.2 mil. We're looking at there. There we go, somewhere like that. Go, and lastly, the sugar mill. Again, okay, spawn points there. Entries there, so I'm thinking this has got to be like somewhere on the side, I think. So I wouldn't have it so it doesn't go all onto the road and have to go around to the bakery. I'm thinking that's going to be the case unless we perhaps put this at the biogas plant. Then yes, there's a bit of a trek needed to the BGA, but going to be worth it. So if we say tab over here, and we can put the biogas plant, not biogas plant, down the sugar mill, and Of course, we could have put a bunker side clamp here, but at the moment we can't really manipulate it too much. Sugar mill, so I'm thinking somewhere like that. Perhaps a bit more forward, so well, enough room to turn around and all that. So yeah, we come in this way, we dump it, and then extract it here. Extraction hook, because input is just a trader net. Obviously with the extraction we'll need the pallet fork or something. So we've got the also the oil mill we need to put in as well because of the sunflower and that, right? So this we can just simply plonk you there. So it's actually looking quite good. Obviously a lot of this will require a bit of landscaping and that. So spinnery net, that's going to cost 60 grand. So what else do we need to put in? What's these? Oh, bone manure, sorry, if we can. Want to. Don't need the line factory, don't need the honey warehouse and that. Okay, spinnery, that's going to cost us 60 grand. Got a dairy plant, carpentry, that's going to be 60 grand. The sawmill is 100 grand. So that's 220 there, and I think oh no, we need a tailor shop as well to make clothes. What's sugar milling right already? Yeah. So spinnery. And to be honest, I think that's pretty much all we need for now. The wool and that, and the timber. The timber is if we go down that route, and timber, it's going to be 2 years before we actually chop them down, so I don't need to worry about that at this stage. As far as with landscape, I don't really need to do anything over here. It just goes with the biogas plant. And actually, speaking of which, we say get you just highlighted ready. If he's going to put this down, ooh, that's going to be a bit of an issue. That's that there. Ooh, that's going to be a lot longer, so if we was going to put that down mainly to extend the area to this land here, but spots with the biogas plant, that's what least of my concern, so I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm just going to do some landscaping. Because yeah, like some of this does need to be tweaked a little bit, admittedly. And so yeah, I'll just spend a bit of time doing this, try to get it look right. And I'll see you folks in a moment. So, alrighty then, that is us done. It went past 3 o'clock, I didn't realise the time, and we got a bit of money. I think we got, how much did we get from that? 164 grand products sold, so I'm guessing that's from the solid fertilizer, so yeah, not too bad of a shout. And actually, what we're going to do, we're going to repay off some of this loan to the point we pay, I don't know, let's say $250,000 off. There we go, so yeah, nope. So there we go. So we paid $250,000 off the loan off already. We've accepted a new contract. Fertilizing field 17 for 40 grand. So yeah, I'm liking how this is all looked and that. And there's a couple of entrance ways and that. I know the terrain ain't the best in that. But what we're going to do, we're going to take this barley and we're going to put it into the flour production. Okay, a couple of rough edges I need to sort out over here, but overall, not too bad. Able to navigate around it quite easily. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the flour. There we go. Well, no, not take the flour, take the barley and make flour. And what we've done is turn on that, so ideally wheat would be better 5:4 ratio, but For now, the barley can go in with no issues whatsoever. We'll put the wheat in here, we can put the oats here to get flour. So for the chicken feed, for now we can just buy chicken feed in. So we've got sugar in that. So when we get the sugar beets, we can get sugar production underway. And then we can use that flour to make some bread or cakes. I'm thinking to make some bread for now. Depends on how much you get. Also, I've turned on the dairy, so we're going to make some butter. So that's a 15 to 13 ratio. Again, that's a bit of solar production, 408 cycles per month, so I'm not going to get a lot in. And then that's pretty much it. So what we're going to do now quickly is we've got that here, and we can come out this way here, like so. What we'll do to end off this episode, grab the milk, put the milk in, and then I think we'll call that a day, I think. Support your local farmers. Damn pesky farmers in my way. So yeah, here we are, we've got the milk here, we've got 32,000 litres here, and we've got about another 31,000 litres currently with the cows and that. We've got the cloths, and that's taking the wheat, that's loaded up, 48,000 litres. That's going to take it to the grain mill, or at least as close to the grain mill as possible. Try to sit on a looping route or even just a delivery route, and it said I can't access this, so I've gone and selected it so it stops when it's as close as we can get away with it. Actually, I don't mind trekking back and forwards. It's not a particularly long route, just pretty much a straight and narrow from here on out. Come on, let's pick up some speed. Of course, we need some fuel in this before we do any work tomorrow. Actually, you do need to do work tomorrow. I think apart from contracts, there ain't that much to do at the moment. Don't really do any fertilizing, I don't think. We'll double check. Weeds are all good, so I think tomorrow's the next episode, maybe like in June or July time perhaps. So we look at the crop window. Yeah, perhaps June time, because obviously we've got field 5, that's got the barley in. That's going to be ready to harvest very soon, so to be honest, we actually may just skip the entirety of May. Okay, that's where the workers stop, right there, so you can stop there, and we can take this over. I think this bit here, this little bit here, I'm really not happy with, just the angle of the terrain, but pretty much as made it as good as possible, so there we go, let's go around. I'm guessing the input is here. So there we go, we've got the milk going in. Pop into the cloths. And we'll put the wheat in. It's actually nearly a full load, so. But actually we may pop into May just in case, like, in the next episode, just to load up all the strawberries in, all the honey in that, all the eggs. That'll be taken to the music factory. Or wherever else it's all needed, the bakery and that, so we can make cakes, we can make chocolate muesli at some point. So yeah, pretty much we more or less own all the production chains, or at least the vast majority of it. But yeah, that is all looking good. It all looks nice and beautiful, doesn't it? Shame about the weather all being all grey and that, but can't have it our ways all the time. So now, if we go into our menu here, went past it. So yeah, we're making some butter, and what else we're making? We're making flour. So yeah. Now we've got the wheat in there as well. That's pretty much just going to amplify the production, so that got up rapidly since that's 3600 cycles a month compared to 600, 1200 for oats and 1200 for sorghum. I don't think we'll do oats flour because we need oats for, what was it, the chocolate muesli, I think. Yeah, so we'll put the oats in here actually. So raisins we're going to have to buy in ourselves, so perhaps we have to see if we can import some cheap raisins, if you know what I mean. But yeah, on that note, I think we'll call that a day. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, smash that button, feel free to comment down below. If you want to share some, please be my guest. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, then please consider. But, without you to do, hope you're having a nice day. But for now, this is me, farmer EnvoyXtreme, and I'll see you all very soon.